held unchanged at 1.75%. We'll also get the ISM non-manufacturing PMI print for November, expected in at 54.5, with business activity non-manufacturing expected in at 56.1. We'll also be expecting a text release from Fed's calls, who's speaking on supervision and regulation to Congress. In terms of the ordering of how we'll do this, we'll go with the headline interest rate decision, as we said, expected unchanged, and then we'll go quickly on to the ISM prints and then go on to the full Bank of Canada statement.
Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed. You guys have a good one. Catch you later.
Yeah, I will go too.
No worries.
1 minute. Trudeau says he had a great meeting with Trump at NATO on Tuesday. 10 seconds to the Bank of Canada rate decision. Unchanged for Bank of Canada. PMI non-manufacturing 53.9, business activity 51.6. Bank of Canada holds their rates. Future rate decisions will be guided by bank's assessment of adverse impact of trade conflicts against sources of resilience in the Canadian economy. It says its October projection for global economic growth appears to be intact, with growth still expected to edge higher over the next couple of years. Its continuing trade conflicts and related uncertainty is still weighing on global economic activity and remain the biggest source of risk to the bank's outlook. In this context, commodity prices and the Canadian dollar have remained relatively stable, says the Bank of Canada. Financial markets have been supported by central bank actions and waning recession concerns, while being buffeted by trade news. It says Canada Q3 consumer spending expanded moderately. Housing investment also a source of strength, supported by population growth and low mortgage rules. BOC says it will continue to monitor the evolution of financial vulnerabilities related to household sector, but says that Q3 investment spending unexpectedly showed a strong growth. The bank will assess how much this points to renewed momentum in investment. CPI inflation remains at targets and core inflation measures are around 2%, consistent with the economy operating near capacity, says the BOC. Inflation is to increase temporarily in coming months due to year-over-year gas price movements, but the bank continues to expect inflation to track close to the 2% targets over the next 2 years. It does say that federal and provincial fiscal policy developments will figure in the bank's updated outlook in January. The just to recap there for you, then the Bank of Canada holding rates unchanged in line with what was widely expected at 1.75%. The ISM non-manufacturing PMI print missed estimates, came in at 53.9 versus estimates of 54.5. The business activity came in at 51.6, again far below estimates of 56.1. In terms of the breakdown, the employment index non-manufacturing came in at 55.5 versus the prior 53.7. New orders index 57.1 versus the prior 55.6, and prices paid 58.5 versus the prior 56.6. And just a heads up, Fed's calls text has been released as well on the Fed website, Supervision and Regulation Report. We'll put that up on our website in due course. In that report, he basically notes that the report, which was published last week, confirms the current health of the banking system, depicting a stable, healthy and resilient banking sector with robust capital and liquidity positions. So hearing from the Kuwait oil minister here saying 60 to 70 bucks a barrel is the appropriate oil price for producers and consumers via the state news agency Kuna.